Over the last year, a persistent claim has circulated across social media and developer communities that with a simple software exploit, you can force a standard consumer Wi-Fi router to extract 3D human skeletons through solid walls. This is a physical impossibility. A standard commercial router operating on its own does not possess the processing architecture or the specific network interface controllers required to extract that density of spatial intelligence. The router alone computes nothing about the physical environment. The hundreds of viral videos displaying active, real-time tracking from a single laptop were actually broadcasting a false positive illusion. They were triggered by a highly specific architectural quirk in the RuView software's default Docker container. This logic tree shows the default configuration. It probes UDP port 5005 for physical packets. If no hardware is detected within 5 seconds, it falls back to a synthetic loop, injecting pre-recorded data. Uninitiated users saw this and incorrectly assumed they had achieved through-wall sensing. Bypassing this simulation and generating genuine real-time spatial data requires the installation of a dedicated physical edge computing mesh. To understand how this system actually operates in a real room, we have to look past the software interface. We need to examine the physics of radio frequency propagation, map the required hardware topology, and define the hard mathematical limits of consumer-grade sensors. RuView is an intensely demanding edge architecture. It requires strategic node placement, continuous power delivery, and rigorous compilation pipelines to function. Standard wireless routers utilize 2.4 and 5 GHz frequency bands to transmit digital packets. In a normal residential space, these waves are highly chaotic. They continuously bounce off walls, floors, furniture, and biological bodies in a phenomenon known as multipath fading. To prevent data loss in this highly reflective environment, the receiving network controller must compensate for the fading. To do this, it constantly estimates the physical state of the communication channel. This constant estimation produces a metric called Channel State Information, or CSI. It is a dense mathematical matrix that effectively captures the frequency response of the entire physical room. This formula represents a single CSI subcarrier. We examine two components. First, amplitude attenuation measures the energy the wave lost when absorbed by a human body. Second, the phase shift records minute timing variances caused by physical distance and the reflective properties of objects. When a subject walks across the room, transitions to a seated posture, or suffers a fall, their gross motor movements disrupt these paths, generating massive Doppler shifts and rapid variances in the amplitude and phase matrices. Even when perfectly motionless, micromovements, like the rhythmic expansion of the thoracic cavity during respiration, introduce subtle, periodic phase perturbations between 0.1 and 0.5 Hz. By isolating and analyzing these constant variances, CSI abstracts the invisible, chaotic wave physics of a room into a continuous, computable spatial map. Moving from theoretical physics to physical deployment requires a highly specific hardware setup. To bypass the software simulation, the target environment must be populated with dedicated sensor nodes. In this physical topology, the consumer Wi-Fi router serves one singular purpose. It acts as an uncooperative radio frequency illuminator. It broadcasts the waves into the room, but it performs zero extraction or computation itself. The actual data capture relies entirely on the ESP32-S3 microcontroller. This specific silicon architecture is mandated because its official development framework allows developers to cleanly expose and capture the dense CSI matrices from incoming packets. This architectural diagram maps data flow across the hardware mesh. The router illuminates the room. Waves bounce off the human subject and are intercepted by independent ESP32 nodes around the perimeter. These nodes then transmit UDP streams to a single central aggregator. A single extraction node is easily blinded by environmental clutter. Achieving high-fidelity spatial tracking requires a distributed mesh of at least 3 to 6 nodes, allowing the aggregator to cross-reference multiple reflection angles to isolate complex targets. More nodes provide more angles, mitigating the limitations of a single localized sensor. Building a distributed sensing mesh out of $5 microcontrollers introduces a severe engineering constraint. The internal clocks on cheap silicon are imperfect. ESP32 crystal oscillators drift by 20 to 50 parts per million. In 1 hour, this causes up to 180 milliseconds of temporal divergence between independent nodes. Because cross-referencing wave phases requires sub-microsecond synchronization, this physical drift renders raw signal alignment mathematically impossible. To solve this, the architecture abandons raw signal alignment entirely. Instead, it relies on deferred, feature-level fusion. Rather than streaming raw waves, each ESP32 performs a fast Fourier transform on the silicon, instantly compressing an 11 kilobyte matrix into a 470 byte payload. By utilizing independent monotonic clocks to extract these localized features first, the system completely bypasses the need for absolute, network-wide microsecond synchronization. When the central aggregator receives these compressed packets, it doesn't try to align their raw phases. It correlates their maximum motion energies and cross-node amplitude ratios. By pushing the heavy mathematical extraction out to the edge of the network, the software forces cheap, unsynchronized hardware to operate collectively as a unified radar. The final step in the physical pipeline is configuring the host machine to correctly aggregate these streams and avoid the simulation trap. When deploying via Docker, the syntax must explicitly instruct the system to listen for hardware by passing the CSI_source variable equal to ESP32. In virtualized environments, the network host flag is mandatory, otherwise UDP packets fail to reach the processing container. For embedded deployment in field locations entirely lacking internet, the architecture offers a highly sophisticated WebAssembly, or WASM, runtime. By utilizing a 4-bit integer quantization matrix, the system compresses the neural processing models down to just 0.7 megabytes. This allows the entire inference engine to execute locally on heavily constrained IoT memory. This high-density processing architecture must still contend with the harsh empirical realities of uncontrolled home environments. The system produces highly disparate results depending on what you ask it to measure. For basic Boolean presence detection, simply determining if a human body is currently occupying a room, the implementation is incredibly robust. It functions reliably as an ethical, non-visual spatial tripwire for smart home automation. But advanced biophysical claims, like extracting continuous 17-key-point skeletons, are fragile outside the lab. Shifting postures and RF interference degrade these high-resolution outputs aggressively. The mathematical framework for detecting human presence is sound, but the boundaries of current radio frequency physics prevent flawless medical-grade biometrics in noisy, uncontrolled spaces. Examining the RuView ecosystem as a complete pipeline reveals how much coordination is required to generate a functional spatial map. It functions as a 3-tiered architecture, converting microwave energy into spatial intelligence. First, standard hardware provides uncooperative illumination. Second, local feature fusion occurs across a decentralized microcontroller mesh. Finally, quantized neural models process data securely at the edge, requiring zero cloud connections. By treating Wi-Fi waves as an ambient sensor network, developers and integrators can monitor physical environments without installing a single traditional camera. Visual lenses are no longer strictly required to reconstruct the physical reality of a room. The data can be extrapolated by measuring the precise disturbances left in the invisible waves permeating the space. But achieving this level of privacy-preserving spatial intelligence demands abandoning the viral internet hype, physically building the required hardware mesh, and respecting the absolute physical boundaries of radio frequency propagation.